The old letter fell from Rachel's book. My name was on the front. Jack's name was at the bottom. I opened it with shaking hands. The first line said, "Emily, please wait for me." I looked at the date. Jack wrote it 12 years earlier. It was the week he left me without one word. Rachel stood near the door. Her face became white. "Where did you get this?" I asked. She did not answer. I read the next line. Then I understood something terrible. Jack did not leave me by choice. He tried to explain everything. Rachel knew the truth all these years. To understand how I reached that moment, I must go back 12 years, when Rachel was still the person I trusted most.
My name is Emily, and I was 25 then. Rachel was my best friend since school. We shared clothes, food, dreams, and every secret. Jack was my boyfriend for 4 years. We planned to get engaged in June. Rachel helped me choose a dress for the small party. She smiled as I spoke about Jack. Still, I sometimes saw sadness in her eyes. When I asked about it, she always looked away. "I am only tired," she said. I believed her. Why would I not believe my closest friend? She knew how much I loved Jack. She also knew my greatest fear. My father left our family when I was young. I feared that Jack might leave too. Rachel promised she would never let anyone hurt me. I did not know she soon held my future in her hands.
1 week before our engagement, Jack received a work call. His company needed him in another country. He needed to leave the next morning. He came to my home that evening. Rachel was there with me. Jack looked worried, but he tried to smile. "I must go for a short time," he said. "I will call you tomorrow." I became upset. "Why now?" I asked. "Our engagement is next week." Jack took my hands. "I know. Please trust me." Rachel watched us from the sofa. She said nothing. Jack left after 1 hour. At the door, he turned toward me. "I will explain everything," he said. Those were the last words I heard from him for many years. The next morning, my phone stayed silent, and Rachel came to see me with strange news. Rachel told me Jack left very early. She said he did not speak to her. "Maybe he needs time," she said. I called him many times. His old number did not work. I sent emails, but none reached him. Jack told me his work trip was sudden. I did not know his new address or number. I waited all day. Then I waited another day. Our engagement date came closer. Still, I heard nothing. Rachel stayed beside me each evening. She brought food and listened while I cried. "A good man does not disappear," she said. Her words made my fear stronger. "Do you think he changed his mind?" I asked. Rachel looked down at her hands. "I do not know," she answered. Yet her voice sounded sure. 3 days later, she told me something that changed how I saw Jack. Rachel said she saw Jack before he left. "He seemed calm," she told me. "He did not look sad." I stared at her. "Did he ask about me?" Rachel waited before answering. "No," she said. That one word hurt me deeply. I believed Jack left without caring. I removed our engagement date from my calendar. I placed his gifts inside a box. Rachel helped me close it. "You deserve someone who stays," she said. I wanted to believe her. Still, each night I looked at my phone. I hoped Jack would call. Weeks passed. Then months passed. My love slowly changed into anger. Rachel remained close to me. She never left my side. I often thanked her for saving me from false hope. I did not know she was the person who created that false story. 6 months later, I received a short email from Jack. It said, "I understand your answer. I will not trouble you again." I read it many times. I did not understand what answer he meant. I wrote back at once. My message returned because the email address was closed. I showed Rachel the message. Her face changed for 1 second. Then she became calm again. "Maybe he thinks your silence was an answer," she said. "But I never received anything," I replied. Rachel touched my shoulder. "Then he is making excuses," she said. I wanted to ask more questions. However, I felt tired of waiting. I deleted the email. That night, I cried for the last time over Jack.
At least I believed it was the last time. Rachel stayed with me until morning, while a hidden letter remained inside her home. Years passed, but Rachel and I stayed close. I did not marry. I met kind men, but I could not trust them. Every time someone came close, I feared he might disappear. Rachel often told me to move forward. Jack is part of the past, she said. I tried to agree. Still, small questions stayed in my mind. Why did his email mention my answer? Why did he promise to explain everything? Why did he leave before our engagement without saying goodbye? Rachel always gave the same answer. Some people are not brave enough to tell the truth. I accepted her words because she was my oldest friend. She held my hand through every lonely year. I never thought she was hiding the answer. Then, 12 years after Jack left, Rachel asked me to help clean her old family home. Rachel planned to sell the house. We spent the morning opening boxes and cleaning shelves. The place held many memories from our school years. We laughed at old photos and simple notes. For a few hours, I felt young again. In the bedroom, I found a small wooden box. Rachel quickly took it from me. "That is private," she said. Her voice sounded sharp. I looked at her with surprise. Rachel rarely spoke to me that way. She placed the box inside a cupboard and closed the door. Later, she went outside to speak on the phone. I continued cleaning. A group of books fell from a high shelf. One book opened on the floor. A yellow envelope slipped from its pages. My name was written across the front. The writing looked familiar. Before I touched it, I already knew who wrote it. I opened the envelope. The paper was old and thin. Jack wrote that his mother became very sick. He needed to travel and care for her. He said the engagement must wait, but our future would not end. He wrote his new address and phone number. He asked me to contact him. He promised to return when his mother became better. Near the end, he wrote, "Rachel promised to give you this letter today." I stopped reading. My hands became cold. Rachel returned and saw the paper. She froze near the door. "Why was this here?" I asked. She opened her mouth, but no words came. I held the letter toward her. "Jack gave this to you," I said. "You told me he said nothing." Rachel began to cry. Her tears gave me the answer before her words did. "I was going to give it to you," Rachel said. "Then why did you keep it?" I shouted. She sat on the bed and covered her face. "I was jealous," she said. I could not stay calm. "Jealous of what?" Rachel looked at me through her tears. "Your life seemed perfect. Jack loved you. You had plans. I felt alone." I stepped away from her. "So you destroyed my plans?" I asked. Rachel shook her head. "I thought he would call. I thought one hidden letter would not matter." I pointed at the date. "It mattered for 12 years." Rachel cried harder. She said she wanted to give it back many times. Each year made the truth more difficult. She feared losing me. I stared at the woman I trusted most. Then she told me why Jack believed I rejected him. Rachel admitted she sent Jack one short message. She wrote, "Emily received your letter. She does not want to wait." Jack asked if I was sure. Rachel answered, "Yes, please do not contact her again." I felt weak and sat down. Jack did not misunderstand my silence by himself. Rachel gave him a false answer in my name. "You spoke for me," I said. "You ended my relationship." Rachel moved closer, but I raised my hand. "Do not touch me." She stopped. "I am sorry," she whispered. "Sorry cannot return 12 years, I replied. Rachel said she lived with fear every day. She kept the letter because she could not throw it away. She also could not face me. I listened, but her pain did not remove mine. One question remained. Did Jack still believe I chose to leave him? The letter contained Jack's old work address. I searched for him online that evening. I found a simple public page with his name. I sent one message. I wrote, "I found your letter today. Rachel never gave it to me." Jack answered 2 days later. His reply was short. "I waited for your message for 1 year. Then Rachel told me your answer." He said he now lived far away. He also said he was married and had a family. I read those words in silence. Jack was not coming back. Our lost years could not begin again.
Still, he thanked me for telling him the truth. He said he often wondered why I changed so quickly. At last, both of us knew the answer. Yet knowing the truth did not repair the life we lost. I still needed to decide what Rachel meant to me now. Rachel called me many times, but I did not answer. After 1 month, I agreed to meet her. We sat in the same room where we once planned my engagement. Rachel looked older and tired. "I do not expect you to forgive me," she said. "Then why are you here?" I asked. "Because you deserve the full truth," she answered. She said her jealousy lasted only a few days. Her fear lasted 12 years. She watched me lose trust and love. She wanted to confess each time I cried. Still, she chose silence again. I told her silence was also a choice. One wrong act started the pain. Many years of silence made it greater. Rachel lowered her head. "I know," she said. For the first time, she did not ask me to protect her feelings. Then I told her my final decision. I told Rachel I could not continue our friendship. I did not hate her, but trust was gone. She accepted my words. We both cried before we said goodbye. I kept Jack's letter. It could not return the past, but it gave me the truth. I also stopped blaming myself. Jack did not leave because I was not enough. I did not lose him because I failed to love him. We lost each other because one person hid the truth, and silence protected the lie. I later learned to trust people again, but I moved slowly. I asked questions instead of accepting easy answers. I also spoke when something felt wrong. Rachel's small, jealous choice changed many lives. Her long silence changed them even more. A painful truth may hurt today, but hidden truth can take years that no one can return.